Press the button. But these things are all very expensive. So if you want something perhaps that's more your cup of tea, for around £30, you can get this, which has been produced as a byproduct from research done into the more sophisticated machines. This contains its own rhythm machine and is capable of producing many synth voices. And it comes programmed with its own German folk tune. Thomas, you've brought some more bits and pieces in. Could you take us through some of them and tell us what they do?
This briefcase here is what you might call an executive drum kit. It's basically electronic drum sounds which have been miniaturized and brought down to the level of pads. This is a kind of analog sequencer, if you like. The difference between this and your computer is that it's a lot easier to program from my point of view, because I will just play a line and that line will then be turned into a sequence, the sound of which I can affect as I go along, and to use as the basis for adding other more familiar instruments. To then get onto these are more straightforward synthesizers, the application of which for me in my live show is that anything I do with these, any sounds that I set up, can be programmed into a computer, and the computer will then play back to me, rather like an old-fashioned kind of roll piano. The computer will play back to me the notes that I've programmed into it, but not so much the sounds. That's more of a mix that I'm doing as I go along. To add into that, you can have anything like strings.
And how is it you manage to tie in all the instruments so that they work together?
Well, the principle of the stage show is really that as I go along, any part that you play on a synthesizer is really just digital information which is applied to that particular box. If you drain that digital information away from the synthesizer itself and program it into a central unit, this is a video display terminal of a computer terminal, then you can dump that program onto tape, which is a digital tape. It's not musical sounds, it's just digital information, and then recall it at a later date and change the sound. The way that I work that into the live show is that I can create vocal harmonies with myself by plugging into this device.
What's this? This is a vocoder?
This is a vocoder, yeah. What this basically does is to take my voice, the patterns of my voice, and to superimpose them on a musical sound. So that as I'm speaking, it doesn't even matter if I'm singing. I can be using a sound, playing sound in from this machine.
And you're just talking into the mic?
I'm just talking into the mic, yeah. And it's taking my voice patterns and superimposing them on the sound of this particular instrument. So that means that I can like sing a lead vocal, if you like, and just create a harmony with myself as I'm going along.
Great. Thomas Dolby, thanks very much. We're now going to show you a video of Thomas Dolby performing his new single, Airwaves, which is off his album that's due out in March.
Strange how the scale forms in tiny patterns on my antenna, and the 5 o'clock show, alarm, alarm. Brooklyn is crawling with famous people. I turn my vehicle beneath the river, west from south. Through the airwaves, people never read the airwaves. Do we only feel the airwaves? I really should have stayed through the airwaves. Electric fences line our new freeway. Here in the half-light, the motorhomes leave here. Knee deep in be in my broadcast when this is over. Give me your shoulder, I need a place to wait for morning. No, it was nothing, some car backfiring. Please don't ask questions, I itch all over, let me sleep.